that white guy in Buffalo that's a quarterback, Jay, he is my dog, man. That white guy, hey, bro.
That white guy who
oh,
was 17
Jesus Christ.
Charles.
Hey, you watch that, brother? Oh, I forgot he's white.
Josh Allen didn't just become one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL. He forced the league to rewrite the entire scouting handbook on what a franchise QB is supposed to look like. From the moment he stepped into the league, analysts tried to box him in as raw, reckless, or inconsistent. But now every defensive coordinator in the NFL is low-key terrified when his name pops up on the schedule.
Some plays, you got to give him credit. Like Fred said, they made some plays that were there. He was in good control of the game. He didn't pass up any easy looks. He didn't take any risky throws. The D-line was doing everything they could and put a lot of pressure on him, but he did a great job of evading, and extending plays. And you extend plays for, 4 or 5 seconds, then, the coverage usually breaks down regardless of what you're in. So you got to give him credit, man. He played a freaking fantastic game.
Several defensive captains privately said that Allen is the one quarterback they hate preparing for because you can't game plan freakishness. His arm strength alone has defensive backs praying the ball doesn't come their way too fast, and his mobility keeps linebackers guessing every single snap. By mid-season, the narrative surrounding Allen took a full 180 because he wasn't just making big throws, he was carrying Buffalo through chaos like a one-man demolition crew. Analysts highlighted how he extended broken plays with backyard-style scrambling, stiff-arming defenders like a power running back while throwing off-platform lasers that defied physics. One clip went viral where Allen shed a defensive lineman with one hand, rolled left, and launched a 43-yard bomb across his body. Something NFL legends instantly said only the elite of the elite could do consistently.
Out of your 20 seasons, which one of those compares to where Josh is from?
Oh, that's a good question. He's having a great season. He has an MVP type season, so pick one of those 4.
We compete against each other. I'm trying to beat you. I'm not trying to be your friend.
One Hall of Fame defender said Allen was a linebacker who throws like a sniper, a combo the league had almost never seen. The craziest part? Allen wasn't even in his final form. During the latest offseason, he reportedly worked on his footwork with multiple specialist QB coaches, tightening up mechanics to make his release even faster and his deep balls more precise.
Yeah, I think that Josh is...
Bills insiders said Allen spent more time in the film room than ever before, learning how to manipulate safeties using subtle pump fakes and eye discipline, something that had analysts comparing him to not just great athletes, but legendary quarterbacks known for mental dominance. This combination of elite IQ and freak athleticism was exactly why NFL legends began saying he had GOAT-level potential. But the real scandal buzzing around the league was how several major outlets downplayed Allen's dominance while hyping up younger quarterbacks. It created a huge divide between analysts and former players. Legends kept saying the media was sleeping on a generational talent, pointing out that Allen had been dragging Buffalo deep into playoff contention every season despite roster injuries, offensive line problems, and inconsistent coaching strategies. He wasn't being carried, he was the engine. Every comeback drive, every tight win, every explosive play had his fingerprints all over it.
Similar threats to...
Yeah, they are very similar. Different body types, different running styles, but the same problems for sure. Allen's just a beast of a guy, a physical specimen, like John Elway was in the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s. This guy is the new John Elway on steroids. And I don't mean he's taking steroids. He's just bigger, faster, cannon for an arm, tough. He's a dude.
The first chapter of Josh Allen's story is pure madness. A quarterback who broke expectations, crushed narratives, and forced NFL legends to call him one of the most unstoppable forces of the modern era. As Josh Allen kept stacking insane performances, NFL legends stepped forward and made it very clear the disrespect had gone too far. Because even though Allen was putting up video game numbers, parts of the sports media were pushing narratives that didn't match reality. Legends across the league weren't having it. One former MVP quarterback said that Allen had the strongest combination of arm talent and physicality since John Elway. And the statement shook the NFL community because it wasn't just hype. It came from someone who dominated the league at the highest level. Then came the viral moment that really shook things up. A former All-Pro defensive back went on national TV and said that Josh Allen was the only quarterback who plays on rookie mode while everyone else is stuck on all Madden. He explained that Allen's size, strength, and mobility create impossible matchups, forcing defenses into coverages they didn't even want to run. Multiple defensive coordinators reportedly said that preparing for Allen requires 2 separate game plans, one for the pass and one for the run.
He's top tier. He's always in the MVP, talk and that caliber. So, we have to treat him as such and respect him as such, and try to attack him just like we have with these other guys who are amongst that league. I think the same thing as when Big Ben was young, having that athletic ability and refusing to go down, not really looking to slide, but looking to find contact and earn those extra yards. And I think the big thing is if you can't get him down, take the ball away. Try to punch the ball, because he's going to fight for the extra yards. He might have it out there trying to make a play or trying to look for that late read. So just try to get the ball from him if you can't get him.
Because he can torch you with either at any moment. Legends also highlighted a detail the media kept ignoring: Allen's leadership. They talked about how he galvanized Buffalo players, how he refused to crack in pressure situations, and how he always took control of the locker room without forcing it. His teammates fed off his energy, taking cues from his toughness, his intensity, and his refusal to fold even when everything collapsed around him. One retired Hall of Fame lineman said Allen had alpha energy written all over him, and that type of praise added fuel to the growing narrative that Allen wasn't just great, he was destined for a historic run. What really made the situation explode, though, was how legends kept calling out the media's double standards. Analysts would nitpick Allen for turnovers, but ignore his explosive production and the fact that he carried Buffalo's offense like a backpack every single season. Meanwhile, other quarterbacks were praised heavily for far less. This created a massive divide between former players who praised Allen for his raw dominance and studio analysts who kept trying to downplay it. Several retired defensive captains said privately that the media never knows what to do with quarterbacks who break the mold, and Allen was the definition of a mold breaker. But every time critics tried to drag him, Allen answered by dropping another highlight reel on the field. He broke tackles, extended plays, and ripped touchdowns from impossible angles, proving again and again that he was a different breed. NFL legends saw through the noise and made sure the league knew it. Josh Allen wasn't just unstoppable, he was rewriting the way quarterbacks are evaluated. Josh Allen didn't become unstoppable by accident. He was built through chaos, pressure, and battles most quarterbacks would crumble under. Early in his career, analysts doubted him, fans questioned him, and critics said he would never succeed with his raw style. But Allen used every doubt as fuel. Coaches said he was the most competitive player in the locker room, always choosing the hardest drill, always staying after practice, and always taking responsibility, even when the team's problems weren't on him. The turning point in Allen's career came during a season when Buffalo's roster got ravaged with injuries. The offensive line fell apart, receivers rotated weakly, and the run game stalled out. Most quarterbacks would collapse under that pressure, but Allen evolved through it. He took hits, scrambled for yards, created plays nobody else could, and carried Buffalo through multiple games where he accounted for nearly every yard on the scoreboard. Analysts pulled the numbers and realized Allen had more yards after contact than some running backs, something that absolutely shouldn't happen for a quarterback. Then came the playoff run that shifted everything. Allen delivered one of the greatest postseason performances in modern NFL history, throwing lasers, shredding defenses, and rushing like a power back. One coach said Allen played like he was possessed, putting up stats that even video games would block. Multiple legends said it was the most dominant quarterback stretch they had ever seen, and that's including Brady, Manning, Breeze, and Rodgers. But the heartbreak moment came next, the infamous overtime loss that the league still argues about. Allen played a perfect game, scored whenever he needed to, and delivered clutch throw after clutch throw, only to lose without touching the ball in overtime. That single night turned him into a different monster. Legends said that game birthed the new Josh Allen, because he became obsessed with never letting another opportunity slip away due to factors outside his control. Allen entered the following seasons with a new level of focus, aggression, and control over the offense. The Bills organization even restructured their system around him. The coaching staff allowed him to audible more, improvise more, and pick his own route combinations because they knew what he could do when given full freedom. Allen became the team's engine, identity, and culture, a quarterback who brought violence to the field in the most legal way possible. NFL legends watched this transformation and said they had never seen a quarterback evolve this brutally and this fast. The chaos didn't break Allen. It sharpened him into a quarterback with no fear, no hesitation, and no weakness defenders could fully exploit. And that's exactly why legends call him unstoppable. What really shakes the league is how Josh Allen continues evolving every single season, adding new layers to his game that make him unpredictable and nearly impossible to stop. This past offseason, Allen worked with multiple specialists to refine his mechanics, lighten his footwork, and add new timing throws to his arsenal, turning him into a quarterback who can beat you with technique, not just brute force. This is exactly why NFL legends say he's becoming the most complete quarterback in football. Allen's ability to manipulate defenses took another leap this season. He started running advanced pre-snap reads, identifying coverages instantly, and switching plays the way only elite quarterbacks do. The Bills quietly adjusted their offensive system to allow more option routes, more RPO packages, and more play-action looks that put the entire weight of the decision-making on Allen, and he delivered every time. Legends compared this to Tom Brady's ability to control a game like a point guard on a basketball court, except Allen does it with the physical tools of a 250-pound wrecking ball. Then came the viral play that had analysts losing their minds. Allen escaped a collapsing pocket, spun twice, somehow stayed upright, stiff-armed a linebacker, juked a safety, and threw a 28-yard dart across his body for a touchdown. The clip trended for days because it didn't even look real. One former defender said the play defied the laws of physics, and another said there were maybe two humans alive who could do that, and one of them was Josh Allen. The fear he strikes in defenses is real. Multiple defensive coordinators admitted anonymously that Allen is the hardest QB to game plan for because every coverage comes with a punishment. Double the receivers, he'll run through your defense. Stack the box, he'll hit the deep shot instantly. Keep a spy on him, he'll manipulate it and throw behind it. Play zone, he'll carve it up with timing routes. Play man, he'll take off for 20 yards like it's nothing. NFL legends said his biggest strength isn't even his arm. It's the psychological damage he deals to opponents. Defenders get exhausted chasing him, linebackers get embarrassed trying to tackle him, and safeties get exposed on deep balls they thought they had covered. Some defensive players openly admitted that by the fourth quarter they were praying for punts because every extra play meant another chance for Allen to break them again. This is the evolution that terrifies the NFL, because Allen isn't slowing down, he's leveling up like a video game boss with no cap on potential. He's becoming smarter, faster, stronger, and more unpredictable. And that combination is exactly what makes legends say he's on track to become one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever touch a field. By the end of the season, the conversation around Josh Allen shifted from is he elite to is he building an all-time legacy? Because he's doing things on the field that only future Hall of Famers pull off. Multiple NFL legends privately said Allen is on track to redefine what the next decade of quarterback greatness looks like, combining Brady's clutch gene, Cam Newton's power, Favre's fearlessness, and modern precision passing, all wrapped into one terrifying package. But the real story isn't just about talent, it's about evolution, control, and domination. Allen has reached a point where he can take over games whenever he wants. His clutch numbers exploded this year, with multiple fourth-quarter comebacks, game-winning drives, and late-game heroics that reminded fans of legendary playoff performances. Analysts compared his ability to stay calm under extreme pressure to the greats, who built entire careers on late-game destruction. Then came the rumor that shook the league. Several retired coaches said Allen's football IQ is now among the top 3 in the entire NFL, regardless of position. His decision-making at the line of scrimmage, his ability to predict defensive movement, and his instant reaction time were described as rare traits you can't teach. That kind of praise carried weight because it came from people who had coached MVPs and Super Bowl winners. What makes the league panic even more is how much Allen elevates the players around him. Receivers play harder for him, linemen protect longer for him, running backs find extra effort because they don't want to waste the opportunities Allen gives them. He brings a culture of accountability and intensity that spreads through the whole roster. and legends said this is the exact same trait that made Brady impossible to dethrone during the Patriots dynasty. Then came the reports that Buffalo's front office is planning to build the next 5 years around Allen with aggressive drafting, elite offensive weapons, and a full commitment to maximizing his prime. The Bills are shifting to a quarterback-first philosophy, giving Allen total control over the offense and building a support system similar to what Kansas City did for Patrick Mahomes. This only fueled more speculation that Allen's next seasons could put him in the GOAT conversation if he stacks enough deep playoff runs and championship moments. His physical dominance, mental evolution, and leadership presence make him one of the most unstoppable quarterbacks in the NFL, and NFL legends aren't hesitating to say it out loud anymore. They see a future Hall of Famer in real time, a generational talent rewriting expectations, and a quarterback built for greatness. If you want more NFL deep dives, wild stories, and breakdowns that expose what's really going down behind the scenes, make sure to like and subscribe so the momentum keeps rolling.